So today I am going to be going over a card game and its instructions with you. Okay, so we have this nice soft green felt poker table topper. It's very soft, but it's been sitting out in the shed for a while. So it needs to be cleaned just a little. So this here is the game that I would like to have a look at today. So now I have never played this game. I got it recently. It's called Phase 10, and it is a rummy type card game with an exciting twist, which is right up my alley. I love playing rummy. Okay, so there are some instructions on the back, but inside I know is a more detailed instruction sheet. Okay, so this is one deck of cards. Guess it comes with a few decks. Here we have the instructions. And another deck of cards. Okay, so let's open these up and we'll take a look at the instructions. So the contents, we have 110 cards. They're 96 numbered cards in two sets of numbers 1 through 12. You can see. Okay. And they come in blue, green, red, and yellow. We have 8 wild cards in the decks. We have 4 skip cards, and we have 2 phase reference cards, which I don't know what that is. So here's all the colors. We have the wild cards, the skip cards, and this is, I guess, the phase, okay, reference card, so it's like an information thing, not a playing card. Okay, there's 2 sets. And on here, it just tells you the the goals, sort of the hands that you are trying to get. So there's 10 phases in the game, and it lets you know what you need to get in each of the phases. All right, so that's just a reference for everyone while we're playing. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards. Do it like this here. And I guess you're supposed to use both decks. Let's be a little fancy here. So for this setup, you choose one player to be the dealer. The dealer places the 2 phase reference cards, which list all the 10 phases where everyone can see them. The dealer then shuffles the deck and deals 10 cards face down to each player. Players can look at their cards, but should hold them so other players can't see them. Place the remaining deck face down in the center of the play area to form a draw pile. Turn the top card of the draw pile over and place it beside the draw pile to start a discard pile. The player to the left of the dealer goes first, and play proceeds in a clockwise direction. So what is a phase? A phase is a combination of cards made up of sets, runs, cards of all one color, or a combination of sets and runs. So let's describe each of those types of phases. So a set is made of 2 or more cards with the same number in any combination of colors. So the second type of phase is called a run. A run is made of 4 or more cards numbered in consecutive order in any combination of colors. And lastly, a type of phase is all one color. So the cards are all the same color, but they do not need to be in numerical order. Phase 1 requires that you get 2 sets of 3. And remember, a set is made up of 2 or more cards with the same number. Okay, phase number 2, all players try to get 1 set of 3 and 1 run of 4. In phase number 3, the players are trying to get 1 set of 4 and 1 run of 4. In phase 4, all players are trying to get 1 run of 7. In phase 5, all players are trying to get 1 run of 8. And in phase 6, all players are trying to get 1 run of 9. On phase number 7, we're looking for 2 sets of 4. Phase 8 requires 7 cards of one color. Phase 9, 1 set of 5 plus 1 set of 2. And the final phase, phase 10, requires 1 set of 5 and 1 set of 3. Alright, so let's play. You can pick up your cards and spread them out. Okay, so you're going to go first since I was the dealer. So when making phases, the phases must be made in order from 1 to 10. You can only make 1 phase per round. You must have the whole phase in hand before laying it down. You receive credit for making a phase as soon as you lay it down. You do not need to win the round by going out to advance to the next phase. If you fail to make a phase before the round ends, you must try to make the same phase again in the next round. Okay. As a result, players may not all be working on the same phase in the same round. So there are 2 different types of special cards in the deck. The first is a wild card. So a wild card may be used in place of a number card or may be used as any color to complete a phase. For example, a player wants to make a run of 4 but only has 3 cards, 3, 4, and 6, so the player can use a wild card as a 5 to complete the run. Players can use as many wild cards as they want when completing a phase, as long as they use at least 1 numbered card. Okay, you have a 2. So, 6s. Oh, how many 6s? Go ahead. Can you put anything down? A 12 or a 1 or a wild? No? Alright, so just put one card down in the deck. Now I can pick that up, pick up the 9, and I'm going to put down the 10. Okay. Go ahead. Once a wild card has been played in a phase, it cannot be removed from that phase for the rest of the round. If the dealer starts the discard pile with a wild card, the card may be picked up by the first player. So step 3 is hitting. After making a phase, you must try to get rid of any cards that remain in your hand so you can go out and win the round, which ends the round for everyone. Hitting is how you do this. As soon as you have made your phase, you may hit by putting a card or cards from your hand directly on any matching phase that has been laid down. Now discard one. Okay, I'm going to pick up that one. And I have 3 5s and 3 9s. Before you can make a hit, your own phase must already be laid down. You may hit only during your turn. I can also hit Miss Wild, and I will discard, or no, maybe I should wait for that. I will discard the 3. Okay, now it's your turn. Pick up a card or pick up the 3. Okay. You may make as many hits as possible, playing multiple cards from your hand on multiple phases. You may hit your own cards, another player's cards, or both, as long as the cards you play properly fit with the cards already laid down. For example, you may add 1 or more 4s to any player's existing set of 4s. You may add a 2 to any player's existing run of 3, 4, 5, 6. You may also add a 7 and an 8 to this run if you have them. You may add 1 or more green cards to a player's 7 green cards in phase 8. You may also add a wild card to any of these card situations. Finally, step 4. Discard 1 card to end your turn.
Okay. Now what do you have?
You end your turn by discarding one of your cards face up onto the top of the discard pile.
Left with 5 points. Okay, and that's it.
Players then total the cards left in their hands. The winner of the round and any other players who also completed their phase will advance to their next phase on the next round. Remember, if you did not complete the phase before another player went out, you must work on the same phase again during the next round. And the second type of special card is a skip card. Skip cards have only one purpose: to cause another player to lose a turn.
So put your cards in order, remember?
To use, simply discard the skip card on your turn by placing it in front of the player you've chosen to skip, instead of placing it on the discard pile. That player will be skipped on their next turn. When it is the skipped player's turn, that player's only action is to take the skip card and place it on the discard pile, and it is then the next player's turn. Playing a skip card counts as a discard and ends your turn. A skip card may never be picked up from the discard pile. A skip card may never be used in making a phase. If the dealer starts the discard pile with a skip card, the first player's first turn is automatically skipped. And lastly, a skip card may not be played against a player with a skip card in front of them.
Okay, your turn. Do you remember what you're going for?
And scoring. You will need paper and pencil to keep a running total for each player. The winner of the round scores 0. Players want to get the lowest score. All remaining players score points against them for any cards still in their hands as follows: 5 points for each card numbered 1 through 9, 10 points for each card numbered 10 through 12, 15 points for each skip card, and 25 points for each wild card. Only the cards in the player's hand are scored, not cards already laid down. After the scores are recorded, the player to the left of the dealer becomes the new dealer. All cards are gathered and shuffled, and a new round begins.
And 6. Okay, your turn. Remember, if you have a wild card, that can be used in as anything. You can pretend it's whatever you want. Okay. Lovely me. No, no, no. No.
finally winning the game. The first player to complete phase 10 at the end of the round is the winner. If 2 or more players complete their 10th phase in the same round, then the player with the fewest total points is the winner. In the event of a tie, the players that tied replay the 10th phase. The first one to go out is the winner.
Oh my goodness. How many 10s we could have had? Okay, so I got the phase. I got 3 8s. And I got 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I'm going to discard. Now it's your turn. I remember, okay, you remember what you're going for, right? Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Alright, so here my opponent realized that she didn't get the entire phase. She only got one part of the phase. So she had to pick up her cards and keep trying.
Okay. Oh no, so now okay, so I can go like this now. I could put a 10 here, and I can put an 11. And now I have to discard one, right? Okay, so your turn. Okay. You have wild cards? Oh, use them for your, yeah, check. Yeah, okay. Okay, now you discard one. And if you have any that match mine, you can have a 5 or a 12 or an 8. You can put those down now too. No, so discard one. Okay, now we both just keep picking up and trying to, so I got that and then I discard. So I won.
Alright, so here now I have won the round. We both have completed phase 2. So now we count up any cards that are left in any player's hand. And here she is left with one card that is worth 5 points. So 5 more points get added to her score. And in the next round, we would both be trying to get phase 3. And the gameplay would continue on until someone reaches the last phase, which is phase 10. So if only one player reaches phase 10 at the end of the game, then they are the winner. And as the instructions said, if both of us completed phase 10 at the same time, we would go to the points, and whoever has the least points would be the winner of the game. Alright, so I hope that you enjoyed watching us play this game. I do kind of like the casual, realistic card playing, so if that is relaxing to you, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching.